With the big three like Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime taking up most of the subscribers of the world, other services rarely get any attention or even acknowledgement. But one in particular I find to be the most underrated. It's also one that I've noticed that with conversations with friends, family, and even coworkers, a lot of the times it's not even on their radar. But why is it so good? What makes it stand out? Apple TV may be the most, if not one of the most underrated streaming services that we have access to. You know, for a while, I didn't even use Apple TV. Nothing on there really struck my interest, and it didn't always do a great job at marketing to let me know what was on their platform. That was until, however, I came across the show Dark Matter. I did do a review for that series. You'll be able to find that in the link in the video's description, where I cover all my full thoughts on the show as a whole. But Dark Matter was a series that I was immediately invested in from the very first episode. The writing, the actors involved, the budget, and the overall story instantly grabbed my attention to the point where I binged the whole thing in probably just a little over 48 hours. The show looked stunning, and it was very clear that the people behind it really felt passionate about this story that they were telling, and that they put a lot of work into it. That is one that I highly recommend if you haven't checked it out. As time had gone on, it's been more and more quality products being put out under the Apple TV umbrella, from suspenseful dramas to brutal action products and even some really great comedies. Apple TV has, in my opinion, delivered in every project that I personally give it a chance. For example, the final straw, and really the show that inspired me to even make this video, is a show called Shrinking. Shrinking is starring Jason Segel and Harrison Ford, and it's been out for about a year and a half or so now, with season 2 being over and season 3 being slated for early to mid 2026. It is a comedy show that dives into the lives of these therapists and serves really as any drama series does, following their lives. But let me tell you, this show is hilarious. This entire cast is a dub, with everyone involved feeling really organic and natural and having great chemistry with one another. Jason Segel is basically Marshall from How I Met Your Mother, with a rated R edge to him, and it works so well with Harrison Ford's grumpy old men persona. And it really brings out genuine laughter anytime they're on screen together.
That's it?
You want me to pull my pants down and make my ass clap?
The hard-hitting moments, they feel real and invoke more than just laughs, but also sorrow and empathy for these characters that sometimes seem like they can't catch a break. The writing is great. I mean, the writers definitely have a knack for these heavy comedic moments with hints of anger and stress and concern that are thrown in occasionally to let you know, like, hey, there are real problems going on here, but you're still gonna laugh. And I think that that is probably the biggest appeal. It feels relatable. The trope of when things go good, something always comes to try and ruin it. And it's this reality that we all know, that life just be lifing sometimes. And that throughout the 2 seasons so far is felt immensely. But there's also this importance of the company you keep. And even though you may be dealing with some really tough times, everybody could use some laughter. And this show tackles that perfectly. I highly recommend that you watch this if you have Apple TV. And honestly, even if you don't, I think that these 2 seasons of Shrinking is worth you trying out the subscription. Beyond that though, Apple TV has delivered great shows from other genres. The Studio is one of the latest that does lean into comedy too, but really is this commentary on corporate mentality within the Hollywood industry. It's a hilarious cast, but it hits hard on this idea of movie studios making decisions based on their love for money rather than their love for the art form and wanting to just tell great stories. I still have to finish that one though. I'm not done with that one yet. Chief of War is another great example. It's a timepiece telling of ancient Hawaii and dealing with times changing and challenges of colonization coming to the islands. And the thing about this show's pretty badass, man. It has so much action and great acting from the cast as a whole. What pisses me off about this show is that it shows Tamora Morrison portraying a badass, which is exactly what he should have been doing in the Book of Boba Fett. We get a little bit of good Tamora Morrison performances in this show. Even Jason Momoa shows a deeper side of his acting ability, delivering some really great moments. On top of that, we had the theatrical release of F1 starring Brad Pitt, which is Apple TV's first movie to come to theaters, and that was phenomenal. It actually caused me to have a little bit of interest in the sport of racing. The production was great, far from low budget. The acting was fantastic, and the overall coming and going of age story was well done and well written. Apple TV is starting to build a really really good catalog that honestly, from the projects that I've seen so far, they haven't missed yet. So picture this. You're after TV that's more than mindless scrolling. Severance with its mind-bending twists, or Shrinking with its heartwarming laughs, backed by really killer casts and scripts that feel fresh pretty much every time. Apple TV Plus, it's all ad-free, crystal clear in 4K with that immersive Dolby Atmos punch, and the app actually works really smooth. Sometimes you forget that you're even streaming. It's really no wonder that 45 million people are obsessed, even though personally I think that it deserves to have way more attention than that. It really is quality over quantity over there, turning this couch time that everybody loves so much into something a little more special. And like any other streaming service out there, it's not by any means the cheapest, but when you're binging stories that feel really polished, that are crafted by people who really get it and understand what they're trying to do, it makes it worth it. Almost to the point, maybe this might be the next must-have. When it comes to Apple TV, I think it deserves way more recognition than what it's getting. But what do you think of Apple TV and some of the projects that have been coming out of that platform lately? Let me know some of your favorite Apple TV shows and movies in the comments, and give me some suggestions, because I'm always looking for new shows and stuff that's on Apple TV. But that is where I leave it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hit that like and subscribe button for me so that we could push this video out to more people, and also so you don't miss any of the future content that gets put out on the channel. But y'all make sure you stay geeked. I'm out. Y'all be smooth.